Alright, so today we're going to be changing out tire on my Heybike 1.0. You can see that it is quite flat. I've had a really slow leak for the past few days now. I ended up ordering in two tubes, two 20 by 4 inch tubes off of, I believe it was Amazon. It cost me, I believe it was $17. So that's pretty cheap. And I'm gonna go ahead and replace my back tube. So, first things first, we're going to want to disconnect the power line. Which is right there. And that's just like that. And then you can see these are held in by two zip ties right here. So we're gonna have to go ahead and remove those. Right back. So I've got a bunch of things here. Got zip ties to re-zip tie it. I need an 18mm Crescent Wrench, I believe is what that's called. I've got this slime kit with the tire levers and a few caps in there and a tire gauge. I'm not patching it today because I haven't had much luck with patches, and I figure it's cheap enough to just put a new tube in it. Set of Allen wrenches, some scissors to cut the cable ties, and in this package is the two tubes that I need. See, there we go, right there. They kind of smell like seafood for some odd reason. Anywho, let's go ahead and cut this cable tie. And we got that cable tie. Now those are removed, so that's free now. Tuck up in there. And I'm wondering on whether or not I've got to remove this rack first. Let me see how that is tied in. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that rack and hope I can get around that cable there. Crescent wrench. There's a piece of plastic here that's over this bolt that you just want to pull back. And you're gonna undo this all the way here. And eventually I may put this up on its handlebars. Let's see, flip it upside down. It's probably going to make it a bit easier to get to this wheel here. There we go. That I'm just gonna let hang right there for now. Pull this washer. just want to remember that that goes right there like so. On to the next side. And this time we're just going to undo this a few turns here, and hopefully it's not in need of some WD-40 here. There we go. I'm not going to go the full way. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can flip this up on its back here. I've got a couple of blocks to put the handlebars onto because I've got some items that I don't want to get broken off. Let's just see how that works. Maybe we don't even have to do that. Great. Okay, I'm just gonna flip this just so when I go and put the tire back on, it's a little bit easier. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the tire off. That is good news. And now I've got to go ahead and remove the outside tire so I can get to the tube. It is no longer good. You can see I'm quite squishy. So, go ahead, I've got 2 tire levers to help with this. And we're going to want to remove that valve stem cap. We're going to have to remove the valve from the inside of the rim here. Let's just get it off this rim. We'll be able to grab it at some point in here. One thing I forgot is to bleed the extra air out. This should be making it easier for me. Get your air out of that tube as you can. There we go. It's kind of popping off a little bit better now. I am going to try to remove this whole tube, or the whole outside tire, because I want to just make sure there's no, I believe I punctured a multi-flora rose bush. I want to just make sure there's none left in the tire. So here we go. We've got our rim. We've got our inner tube here. I don't know how old these tubes are. This is a old looking tube, I guess. Looks like it's definitely been chafed up. I don't know where the air is coming out. And I'm not going to waste my time looking right now. What I will do is just make sure this tire is good on the inside. Punctures. I'm not finding one. So, alright. Make sure this is nice and clean. Accidentally got some dirt in the connector plug area, which you don't want. So it looks like I'm gonna watch that. Alright. So let me go ahead and put this on one of the sides. Tire is back on the rim. I've checked it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to thread this tube in the best I can, remembering that I've got to put the valve stem in first. And I may go ahead and pump this up some. Hopefully everyone's liking the video. I was online and I was trying to find this repair for a Heybike Mars, and I couldn't find any sort of tutorial, so hopefully this will help out some people. Recently got this bike and I've been very impressed with it. Does what I need it to do. It's not the fastest bike. It doesn't go as far as you maybe need it to sometimes, but it definitely will get you around, get you to the store, get you to the gym. Alright, now I'm going to try to feed this tube in here best I can. So, tube is in. Now we're just going to make sure it doesn't get caught while it beads the rim, or while it beads the tire up against the rim. Let's go ahead and give it a small amount of air to start off. Feels like we're getting some air now. And so as I do this, I'm just going to kind of play with it and just make sure the tube has gone up into it, which it has. Just check it. And as it fills up, we're just going to take it slow. Make sure this tire sits into the inside of that rim properly. And just place it on this side. Alright, it's starting to set in. Feeling good. And I always like to take it and just kind of squish it all around. Check it out. Make sure it's setting in there correctly and it's even down the center here. Okay, so that tube is now in the new, this tire's been now retubed. So you can see I'm not going to go ahead and fill this all the way up right yet until I get it back on the bike, and then I'll go ahead and do that. So now's the fun part, getting it back on the bike. Go ahead and see if I can get this to sit nice and easily. Pull the chain a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we don't have the best. We definitely don't have the best quality here. I apologize about that, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I've got this properly lined up. And I believe if I'm doing this right, yes. Okay, so something to notice when you put it back in, you want this top washer on the upper side when or as you can see, so it fits in that groove. And this way, your bolt will tie back into where it originally was. And I can do the same with this side. So you want to make sure that this washer goes on, and then this bolt will tie onto it. Let's get this plastic away. Now you really want to be careful with this, because if you don't properly set this on your bike right, you've got all that power and you could potentially get this twirled up and really have a bad day. So let's go ahead. That's on there right. I'm not going to quite connect this. I'm going to tie my We're going to screw our bolts in. So they're nice and tight. Not too tight so we can't get them off. Same with the other side. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and reconnect our power here. And you want to make sure that you get the arrows to line up. There's two little arrows. Right there, you can see them. You want those to line up. Lined up. And we're gonna remember, oh shoot guys, you know what I forgot is I gotta put this back on there. So, right back. So, went ahead and put that back on. Now I've got to tighten it, and I'm going to be able to rock and roll here. Put some more air in the tire, and I should be good to go. Make sure that's nice and tight. Reconnect these like so. Go ahead and drop that plastic piece back over the nail. Now we've got a new tube tire. Go ahead and put some more air in this. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it back over, as I don't want my controller screen to get messed up. Hopefully that didn't just mess it up too much. Put a little bit more air in here. Definitely getting there. This is supposed to have a gauge on it to read, but for some reason my gauge is not working, it doesn't seem like. So I'm just going to go off the feel of it. There. Okay, so that is how to change a tube on the Mars Heybike edition 1.0, and I'm sure it works just the same for the 2.0. Plug in our battery and see how this thing rips. I don't have much battery right now. I've got 2 bars. Great. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe.